The special GUser, short for generic user, is a form with restricted options for creating a new log. This feature allows you to have a special form for users to enter new logs. This is useful in situations where you may want to create work orders, but with very limited access and capabilities. This will, one, save you time because it will only take seconds to teach someone how to make a work ticket, and two, save users time so they are not wasting their efforts clicking around Keep Track to find where to make a 30-second work ticket, as they have fewer options to choose from. Note you must have the Users and Permissions module for this feature to be active. Note on the regular screen in Users and Permissions we have set up so that this particular login has access to all of the features on the main screen of Keep Track. When you open Maintenance Request and Logs and go to New Log, you also have available all of the different options for who to assign work to, actions, status, and so forth. This is opposed to the GUser, which will look as the following. After we have set up the GUser in Users and Permissions, this is what it will look like when you open Keep Track. Just log in with the GUser username and password that you set and click OK. Now here we notice that on the main menu, all we have is Maintenance Request and Logs, and when opening Logs and going to New Log, notice now they only have the option to select what piece of equipment from the catalog drop-downs, the author who is creating the log, and putting in the problem. All other options can be changed later by the people with more permissions. This is just a way for people to make their work order entry simple for those people that do not need the full access to the Keep Track features. When finished, save log. To set up the special GUser and the permissions in Users and Permissions, first we must go to People and Resources and enter the GUser account. Just type Add New, enter GUser, and save. Then from the main menu, we will open Administration and click Users and Permissions. We are going to add a user, select the GUser. We will enter a username and a password. In this case, we will just use the GUser for both. Now when we hit Enter, below we have our options for this generic user. Most times people do not want generic users to be able to use the other modules of the Keep Track program through first and mark most of those to not allow. In Maintenance Request and Logs, we will say Allow Selected, and we will say Do Not Allow for Full Display. And we will say to add new logs, and in this case, we will just disallow all other activities in the log section. They'll be able to make up a work ticket and nothing else. When we are done, we go to the top, click Save Changes. You will get a message that your entries have been saved. Keep in mind, if you're going to use Users and Permissions and the GUser, Users and Permissions must be turned on.